Okay, well, live. Let's see. So, I was wanting to show you guys about a certain vegan that pretty much got me completely off, or turned me into an anti-vegan, as I've been saying most of the week. This guy is kind of like the G-man of veganism. But first, I wanted to explain a couple of things. There is, in just a second, there is apparently a little bit of oversaturation on my green screen. Yeah, uh, there is actually an excuse for the name that I use on YouTube, Carnivorous Ape. Obviously, the ape part is was to kind of troll G-Man because he doesn't understand the fact that humans are actually apes. But when I started my YouTube channel, I was actively participating in what's called the carnivore diet. Very simple. You eat meat. You don't eat vegetables or anything like that. I can very easily show a picture of how it translates into keto because by necessity it is actually ketogenic. Uh, Perfect little example here. Keto is limited protein intake, emphasis on fat and macro tracking, and clean whole foods. Well, the standard American diet's out here somewhere. The easiest way to explain it is I jump straight into strict carnivore. So it's meat, organs, salt, and water. That's it. Uh, it's a very strict diet. It's not exactly something that people use for taste pleasure. Um, and by the way, if you're wondering, I actually am now relaxed carnivore. I don't recommend the strict carnivore or the lion diet. Those are kind of like the ultimate end of the spectrum. Um, but meat, organs, coffee, tea, dairy, herbs and spices, and salt. On my steaks and stuff like that, I generally use salt and a little bit of lemon pepper. But I'll eat eggs every now and then. Not a whole lot. Eggs are actually very good in omega-3 fatty acids. And then for the most part, I eat steak or ground beef. Well, I've actually got rid of coffee, which is a good thing. Uh, but yeah, that's just a quick explanation. So we had somebody recently in the community that claimed she was on keto and that she was in ketosis. I'm not going to call her out because most of the people that saw that was absolutely ridiculous, especially when she was about to start a mukbang eating a bologna sandwich, which is not keto at all. Uh, yeah, but I'm not getting onto her. Today's subject is a man by the name of Vegan Gains. He is. I absolutely hate that channel name because it sounds dumber than hell. So I will be calling him by his name, Richard. Sorry, he's been doxxed before. His full name's out there. He says it himself. Uh, I'll call him Richard. That's fine. He apparently got into it with, I guess, 16 Low, which is a fairly large channel. He's got 250,000 subscribers, something like that. Vegan Gains has currently 339,000 subscribers, and I guess he tried making the comment that 16 Low was going after him for clout or something like that. But I found it interesting because Vegan Gains is one of those people where he really can't just sit down and have a conversation with somebody, especially not if they are fellow Blue, my 100th subscriber. Thank you very much. Right there. Uh, 16 Low is the man needs no defense from somebody like me, but at the same time, I just wanted to kind of point out the ridiculous uh, hypocrisy that Vegan Gains decided he was going to use. There is a response video that he did to Okay, apparently, 16 Low responded to that vegan teacher, who's another kook, a kook in the vegan community. And Vegan Gains apparently decided he was going to jump in and white knight for that vegan teacher and start insulting 16 Low. 16 Low had never seen or even heard of Vegan Gains before that, so he did his response, and then apparently Vegan Gains did a second response to him uh, that was kind of interesting. Now, I tried digging up a couple of the older videos that I originally saw for Vegan Gains, and well, I didn't find them, but apparently 16 Low did. So I'm just going to go ahead and review the review type deal. Uh, it's a like 2.5 hour live stream that Vegan Gains did. It's weird because like I said, he's got like 339,000 subscribers, and yet his live streams usually only catch 300 people, and I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I figured it would be an interesting thing. Plus, it also kind of helped the fact that I'm not just on here to bash Christians or flat earthers or call people stupid, but I wanted to point out just the hypocritical nature of some of the arguments. And of course, Vegan Gains, he likes to jump into these arguments absolutely ad nauseum, like just somebody will make a point and then he'll stop it and oh well, you endorse the murdering of animals, and it's like, okay, that had nothing to do with the argument. So I'm just going to go ahead and share this real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, Fallow, you're keto. You're going to give Shani the benefit of the doubt. She's probably dirty keto. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, I was talking about Shani. She also claims to be gluten intolerant, but yet, how many sandwiches has she eaten on her mukbangs recently? There we go, 16 Low response. And make sure I share audio. So I'm going to add that to the stream. There we go. Okay, 16 Low is the gentleman in the pink trench coat. Apparently, he decided to wear that just to trigger Vegan Gains.
Okay, looks like we're live. What's going on, everybody? So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to go through 16 Leo's ridiculous video responding to me. And then after we're done with that, I don't know if I'll skip through some of this. It's 47 minutes long. I'm going to play the video at
16 Leo.
1.5 times speed to try to get through things a little faster. But if he's, I don't know, just rambling about nonsense, or he has like a joke that's taking 10 minutes to, crap out of his mouth, then I'll just skip over it. Just want to respond to some of the more major points here, since, I don't know, his fans want me to respond, and they're saying I'm a coward, even though I challenged him to a debate. But after that...
Right there. Right off the bat, Vegan Gains will challenge absolutely anybody to a debate. It doesn't matter if you have 10 subscribers, 20 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers, if you're a PhD professor, whatever. This high school dropout decides that he wants to debate absolutely anyone over absolutely anything. This man cannot have a civil conversation unless he thinks he's educating it. You go ahead and
we will open up the debate Discord. So if you check out the description, you can go to the waiting room. There's a limit of 3 people in the waiting room, so if you can't get in, just keep clicking. I'll end up letting people.
Yes, I did see him attempt to debate Matt Dillahunty. In this particular hangout, the one on March 7th. Yeah, he after I'm not going to show it, but afterwards in this. He actually makes the comment about how Matt Dillahunty is afraid to debate him, which that right there was just, oh my God, this G-Man, because they both say the same damn thing. And let's see here, her gluten thing is BS. Gluten doesn't impact on her diet at all. I'm guessing she just thinks it sounds unhealthy. Well, see, that's the issue though, is gluten is literally just wheat. So if you're eating sandwiches or tortillas or anything like that, then it's going to have gluten in it. But at the same time, I find it funny that you'll see that gluten-free label on something like a pack of strawberries, and it's like, of course, there's not wheat in strawberries, but most people just have to have that.
people in, and I believe I changed things now so that you can post links in the general chat if you want to, I don't know, link research or something. So with that out of the way, let's watch this video, and I'll try not to pause every like 10 seconds. A lot of people complain about that.
I thought I'd try and rally you up from the start here. Okay, so this is kind of new to me because it's the first time anybody has ever pulled me out, let alone someone who I didn't even talk about. I guess my target is Vegan Gains since he has a problem with me existing, and despite everything that Richard said to me.
Hey, Ali.
I like that he's using his free speech to try and come after me and attack me because it means I get to finally clap back at someone. So watching the video that Richard did on me, it is done with a lot of malice and intent to harm.
Yeah, so dude, if you want to clap back at somebody, why didn't you agree to debate me? Kind of sounds cowardly, dude. Funny how you can make a stupid video, you know, on your own channel with your own community supporting you, and you can take shit out of context and say whatever stupid shit you want without me, you know, being able to respond back immediately. So if you wanted to clap back, why didn't you debate me?
I think he wanted to get me all riled up and thought that somehow words were going to make me angry.
He actually answers that here in a minute.
About a week ago, I released a video on that vegan t-shirt where I said her music was not that good and that I was writing a rap song against her.
He also made fun of her appearance, calling her old and ugly, and she should never wear like a tank top or a t-shirt that shows off like any amount of her body.
Which he did.
And Richard, I want you to listen to this very carefully.
I don't hate veganism.
I feel like I have to say
That statement is completely worthless. You, in your video response, you openly supported meat eating. You were eating McDonald's, saying, "I don't care if animals get tortured and murdered. Tastes good." So when your actions and beliefs are completely opposed to veganism, I don't care if you claim to hate veganism or not. You are clearly, you know, completely opposed to the ideology. So I don't know what that has to do with anything.
that speed so you can process that. I didn't make that video at all.
Okay. Yeah, when he turned around and made the comment that he doesn't hate veganism, yeah, he was eating a McDonald's sandwich as a joke. The problem is Vegan Gains apparently has absolutely no concept of with Vegan Gains, it's all black or white. You know, it's either you love him or you hate him, and if you hate him, then you're either not vegan or you're you know, you absolutely hate veganism. But yeah.
To debate veganism. In fact, the person who sent me the idea was a vegan herself. So shortly after I made that video for entertainment purposes, Vegan Gains messaged me on Twitter saying, "I saw your video about that vegan teacher. Since you're discussing veganism, how about debating a vegan face to face? I conduct debates live on my YouTube channel through Discord. Message me back if you're interested." I was not interested, so I didn't message back. Anyway, 2 days later, I was just
So this guy literally said that he wanted to respond back to me, but now he's claiming he doesn't want to debate. What does that tell you?
making another video, and lo and behold,
That tells me that he. Ooh, I love that freeze frame. That tells me that he, you know, doesn't see every conversation as a debate. That's what it tells me.
someone on my Instagram messaged me calling me a f***ing for not debating Vegan Gains, and apparently he will crush me. So I was like, what exactly is this? I went onto his page, and there it was, a beautiful picture of my fat, ugly face on his thumbnail. I had never talked to this man in my life before this. I didn't know he existed, but he seemed to have a vendetta with me. And as I watched the video, I realized that this was not about veganism. He actually started off trying to debate veganism with someone who didn't know anything about it. Then proceeded to call me ugly, mentally ill, the R word, and said my singing is trash, while non-ironically listening to carrots and hummus by the vegan teacher. At one point, his headphones broke.
Okay, let's be totally fair. Even if you're a fan of 16 Leo, like when he makes videos like this, what am I supposed to think? Like I genuinely thought he might have been mentally disabled because he has like a weird accent. Like it doesn't even sound like an accent. It sounds more like a lisp or something. And he's making content like this, so I genuinely thought he might be mentally disabled.
I think his head.
Yeah, that right there, open insult, and he thinks it's a valid argument. I mean, the guy's clearly got a fairly heavy Middle Eastern accent, and he's calling him, you know, the R word, saying that he might be mentally disabled.
Headphones were like, really, dude? So in today's video, all I'm going to do is defend myself. And even though you guys are brain dead babies, I know that you're not going to post anything bad on this channel, so thank you for that. While we're on the topic of brain dead babies,
I've received several death threats from 16 Leo fans already.
we're almost at 250,000.
Vegan Gains gets death threats a lot because he's a shit human being. That's all I gotta say there.
Brain dead babies.
But I think
Vegan Gains is at 340,000 subscribers. And let me just say it straight up. My big goal is to try and get as many subscribers as Vegan Gains. That's been my life goal, baby. So I'm hoping if you're not a brain dead baby by now that you subscribe and help me get to that beautiful 340,000 goal.
Yeah, I did this yesterday. I just want to
By
respond to the whole thing and have the video to keep up.
Also, your name is Vegan Gains. I would find it very hard to say without laughing every sentence. Richard seemed to get himself suspended on Twitter very shortly after trying to fight me and fans. The back and forth on Twitter was
Yeah, he gets suspended a lot.
16 Leo's fan base of mentally disabled children. Debate offer is still open though. If he or any of his fans want to debate me on the ethical principles on veganism, just send me a DM. So far, all they've done is mention how he has more subs than me. All right, Richard, it seems like you don't know how to math very well, but 340,000 is more than 250,000. I know, but thinking
Yeah, so in the comment section, it's hard to find now because there's so many comments on that video I posted. But yeah, 16 Leo fans were claiming that you have more subs than me. So if anyone doesn't know how to count, it's them. I didn't bother looking at your sub count because I don't care about it.
same thing. How on earth? World's unfair, I guess. In between the tweets, he mentioned something that I found hilarious. He said, idiots are easily entertained. Just because you have an audience, that doesn't mean you're smart, funny, or interesting. It's also not my fault that Leo's entire video was nothing but personal attacks. I had to respond. Seemed appropriate. He then got in a fight with someone else. He said, if you don't watch my videos, then you wouldn't complain about me saying the word. And I'm guessing that you won't debate me because you know I'd make you look like a who can do nothing but whine and complain about bullshit. I just want to remind you, this is a 29 or 30-year-old man debating people with 10 followers at 3 in the morning in Canada. Weirdly enough, Richard calling me a mentally disabled child didn't make me report him because I still believe in free speech even though he's using it to hate on me. The thing that I did report though, because I can't stand by and just let this happen, is this next thing that he said. A 16-year-old fan tried to talk to him and defend me, and this is what he had to say to her. Boo-hoo, I called someone a name, cry about it. Funny how you don't care about Leo making fun of animals getting... But me calling him is crossing the line. You don't even understand what racism is. Care to debate me on the topic, moron? There's no way in hell you're going to, because you know I'd publicly embarrass you. And I don't give a fucking shit if you don't like me. Humans are nothing but bowling pins that need to be knocked down. I only wish I could slowly squeeze the air out of you while watching tears roll down your face until your eyes roll back inside your head. Okay, Ted Bundy, I had to report that. You can't do that to anyone, let alone a 16-year-old girl. So if you want to...
Yeah. So Richard over here, he got reported on Twitter, got pissy with it. That comment right there, definitely consistent with his behavior. He is.
So it's funny how he's using this against me that, oh, she's 16. How the fuck am I supposed to know she's 16? It's Twitter. There was no profile photo. There's nothing in her information that said she's 16. For all I know, she could have been 80. She could have been a baby. I don't know what the 16-year-old thing matters. But if you want to debate me on whether or not what I said was like morally acceptable, I'd be more than happy to debate anyone on this issue, including Leo. So if you're going to use this against me, but you're refusing to actually have a discussion with me, I think that just shows that, you're an idiot and you have nothing really to say. Okay, so dude, if you want to pull some sort of tweet or message I said out of context, all right, great, dude. Whatever. Don't really give a shit if you think I'm a terrible person or not.
An explanation as to why you...
Okay, I'm going to back up just a hair so I can highlight that particular tweet. And I don't give a fucking shit if you don't like me. Humans are nothing but bowling pins that need to be knocked down. I only wish I could slowly squeeze the air out of you while watching tears roll down your face until your eyes roll back inside your head. Let's see here. I've got 3 people watching. Can any of you guys give me a context in which this response is appropriate to anybody? I mean, damn if the girl was 16, but at the same time, he's sitting there talking about a baby, an 80-year-old woman. That sounds like some major shit, regardless of who you're saying it to. So, yeah.
Think I'm a terrible person or not?
An explanation as to why you can't harass
No, you are.
That would be it, bro. He asked me to debate several times. When I didn't say anything, he tried to debate all of my fans, which I would call a mass debate. And because he kept calling them brain dead babies, I guess he just wanted to masturbate some brain dead babies for a while. So. By the way, if you're thinking of doing like 5 to 10 response videos on this, don't bother. I wrote a quote that might actually help you understand why I won't respond to you. Never argue with stupid people. It will drag you down and win with experience.
So here he's claiming that there's no way he's going to waste time on me in a debate because I'm far too stupid. So why did he make a response video that's 47 minutes long? He had to watch my live stream that's an hour and a half to even make this response in the first place. And if you include that along with all the notes, script work, editing, like he had to do video, like shooting a video, he probably spent like a good 8 hours. That's like an easy rough estimate for a 47-minute long video. So he's willing to spend like roughly 8 hours. Like, let's be generous. Okay, let's say it's like 4 or 5 hours. That's very difficult to complete a 47-minute video in 4 or 5 hours, by the way, but let's be generous. So it's a waste of time to make to do what, an hour-long debate with me, where apparently I'm an idiot, so you could very easily win. My live streams are quite popular, so you can get a bunch of fans from my channel going over to your channel, so you can get more subs. Apparently that's a waste of time, but I don't know, wasting a full workday making a response to me is not a waste of time. Okay, dude.
Okay, hold on. This dude's got 252,000 subscribers, and he made a 47-minute video. Spent about 8 hours or so doing that. Pretty sure he's getting paid for this video. So how's he wasting his time? Because that right there is a complete non sequitur in this situation. That there's a reason why he responded like that, targeting his fans who already watch him. And I mean, 12,000 thumbs up, 81 thumbs down. So the dude's got, I mean, hell, this thing alone hit what? Okay, this thing, he streamed it live on March 7th. So in the first day, it got damn near 68,000 views. I mean, the guy's getting ad revenue for this. So
I think we figured out who's the stupid one here.
It's by a writer called Mark Twain. I don't know if you've heard of the Mark Twain Prize for Writing. I'm sorry. A book is something with words in it. Not all books have pictures in it. And this is a Shane Dawson book. This is why it has pictures. But some of them just have words. So if you're ever feeling confused and you're like, oh, I got nothing here. Why is he not debating me? That's why. Richard might be a fucking magician as well, because he managed to turn a 20-minute video about me.
What sense
to
does
an
this
hour and
make?
30 minutes off a live stream. That is some Harry Houdini shit, honestly. I had to sit through the whole hour and 30 minutes. Oh my god. I've never felt so bored in my life, bro. So I hope you milk those views just like Kaz, Richard, because this is
Yeah, cool. So you won't, again, this is the guy who's claiming that he won't waste my time debating me, or waste his time debating me, because I'm stupid, but he'll watch an hour and a half long live stream of mine and then spend a full weekday making a response. All right, dude.
the last thing you'll get from me.
Yeah, I'm an
Unless it
idiot.
goes tremendously well, in which case I definitely will
you can speed up videos so you can listen to that full hour and a half in 45 minutes. Just saying.
do another video about you, because I'm such a cloud chaser, as you like to say.
So I have only just recently found out You're clearly doing this for clout. You know, if you were to debate me, you'd lose. And you know that you can make more views and attention and positive attention off a video. So yeah, you are clout, Jason. Find out this guy's 16 Leo.
You got a problem reading the word 16, Leo? You have to take a pause reading one word.
Oh, crap.
Richard, you pussy. Why are you resorting to debating these retards in the chat? Clearly you're too scared to debate a real opponent like me. It's obvious you know I'll make you look completely stupid and embarrass you in front of your corona cult. Pull up.
Yeah, dude, Discord link is in the description, and it's also being put into the chat with a bot, so come in the Discord. Anyone can debate me. But thanks for the donation, Corona Bro. Appreciate it.
God, it's a number and then 3 letters after it. I didn't look at your page and be like, well, what the f is this?
Yeah, dude down here in the corner is vegan
That's my
gains.
birthday, 16, and Leo is my star sign. But your name is Vegan Gains, so...
This guy is Australian, which isn't a surprise. Only an Australian can come up with something so stupid.
How dare you, Richard?
Contrary to popular belief, I'm actually not Australian. But you wouldn't know that because that would require you to go on Google and search for things other than porn. Again, Richard.
Sorry, South Africa.
So I think he linked his Instagram in this video. From Melbourne, Australia. Okay, dude. So if you don't want people mistaking where you're from or your nationality, maybe don't claim you're from Melbourne, Australia on your social media.
More context for you. I was born in apartheid South Africa. Where I grew up, people didn't care about diets because a lot of them didn't have food to eat. But just on that note, Australia is a wonderful country, and I know why you think that Australia sucks because you had beef with Isaac Butterfield of all people, and he wrecked your shit. But actually, it is a beautiful...
Yeah, so Isaac Butterfield made several responses to me where he did not actually provide arguments. All he did was make personal attacks against me, which is really strange for him because he claimed some of the comments I made about a kid with cancer was inappropriate. This is the same guy who made a joke about the Holocaust and also made a joke about the Christchurch mass shooting where, like 30 people were killed? So yeah, he's one to talk. I also offered to debate him. He refused. No, he didn't technically refuse. He ghosted me. So he actually never gave me a response. I also challenged him to a fight where he claimed he'd fight me. But again, he just ghosted me. I've sent him emails. I have messaged him on Twitter, Facebook.
Ah, right there. Okay. So, Mr. Isaac Butterfield, he's another... Hey, Newton, how you doing? Oh, you're a vegetarian? Okay. Yeah. I have no issues with vegetarians. Like I explained at the beginning, I'm on the carnivore diet. It's actually one of the main reason why my name is Carnivorous. But Richard is one of the most irritating people that I've ever met, and I'm just explaining why. Now, he just turned around and said that he challenged Isaac Butterfield to a fight. This man, if he cannot win a debate with you, will challenge you to a fight. But he has on, let's see here, it is the 4th, so on Saturday, somebody had asked him a question on his live stream. I'm going to go ahead and switch screens real quick. Let's see. There it is. Share audio. Okay, let me go ahead and see if you guys can hear this. Let's make sure I add it to the stream. There we go. Okay. This is his response to Atlantean X Stupidity, Frank Tufano, Discord, and Q&A. Okay. Frank Tufano is another, well, he used to be a carnivore diet guru thing. He kind of went off the deep end. He's kind of like, he's into all kinds of weird conspiracies now. That's not something that I really care too much to hear about, so I unsubscribed from him. But somebody had just asked him this question, and I found it absolutely hilarious. So I figured you guys would want to see that.
Weight training.
No, I've just been doing weight training at home.
Weight training. Have you ever fought in the ring before?
No, I have done kickboxing classes. I've done sparring in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's it.
Or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Oh, yeah, that's
Okay, so just said he's never actually fought in the ring. I find it hilarious that this man who, for the last, 5-10 years now on YouTube, has been basically debate me or fight me, and yet, just flat out admits to his fans that he's never actually been in a fight. Because when he challenges somebody to a fight, he literally will say, "Step in the ring with me," and I find it hilarious. But anyways, going back to his response to 16 Leo. What is this? There we go. Okay.
Look, he's just ghosting me. He's also being challenged to fights by vegans in person who are Australian, and he refused, so I'm just guessing that he's all talk, and that's it. So I don't know how he wrecked me. It's funny how these people can easily destroy me, and I'm so stupid, but none of them are willing to debate. All right, with the amount of AIDS these people put in their videos. Completely dead inside at this point. Like, what am I even doing?
What are you doing, Richard? I actually had the
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Mutant. I applaud you for that right there. You are not forcing your diet on your kids. Okay. Like I said, I've been carnivore for almost 3 years now, and my kids eat whatever the hell they want. They eat like kids. I just posted in the Discord the other day. I made a chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla cake for my son for his birthday party. My kids are sugar fiends. Okay, I do not force my diet on my kids, and I think that is absolute horseshit with a lot of vegans. And there are a lot of vegans that do that crap, and their kids end up dying of malnutrition. But thank you for bringing that up. So you've got my respect.
Look you up and dig into your past, and let me tell you, I don't know why you came at me when you have more dirt than a fucking botanist. I didn't even have to scroll down to Google. The first top 3 things were already things you should have never said in your life. So at the start of the video, he actually does try and bait me on veganism, even though the video's for entertainment.
Vegan says, don't eat meat. Haha, I'm eating meat. Okay, dude. Wow, very 2008 view.
Very specific yo, isn't it? Is that the yo that everybody ate meat? He strikes me as someone who doesn't know what fun is. Like he's heard of the word and definitely knows that it exists, but has never experienced or seen it before. But then he goes
Okay, cool. So torturing and killing animals is fun. Glad I know that.
off the deep end and starts comparing eating animals to.
See, right there. He says he doesn't understand what the word fun is, and then immediately, so torturing and killing animals is fun. That part right there was literally never anything right there. It's literally, dude, you've got to get a sense of humor. That's the problem.
Murdering and eating people. Welcome back to another episode of Why Are You Questioning My Diet That Intensely? Today's episode is on that vegan teacher or.
No, dude, maybe it's because you're animals, because of your diet. If I was killing and eating people, could I just say, why are you judging my diet so intensely? Like,
You just described murder.
Yeah, that would be murder and cannibalism and a few other things.
And cannibalism doesn't.
yeah, so this is the type of disingenuous shit that he has to pull. Clearly, I'm using his own reasoning against him. If he's going to claim that you can't judge somebody's diet, then if you kill and eat people, well, then you can't judge me for killing and eating people because I'm eating my victims. So, and rather than acknowledging that, okay, my reasoning's wrong, okay, so he just pulls like, I don't know, some weird red herring non-argument where he tries to claim it's like there's some sort of disanalogy between killing people, killing animals, which has nothing to do with what I said. Is it any wonder this guy won't debate me?
Yeah, okay. That right there. See, apparently he's so hyper-focused on getting that debate out of this guy, it's funny. Apparently he thinks there's an analogy between killing and eating people and killing and eating animals. Richard, I really hate to tell you this, but animals don't generally partake in cannibalism. There are certain species of bugs that do that without too many issues. But when you're having millions of babies at a time, thousands of babies at a time, then the species perpetrates itself fairly well. But even something as simple as piranha are the most aggressive fish on the planet. They still don't eat each other. As a matter of fact, if a piranha accidentally bites another piranha in its swarm, they get immediately ostracized from the swarm. So it's a very simple analogy there. Okay, when humans domesticate and breed animals for food, then they're doing it specifically for food. But he has to associate it with, animals or people, apparently.
Different things. You described the Jeffrey Dahmer situation right there. That's a weird argument, isn't it? I wasn't talking about a cow eating a cow. I was talking about a human eating a cow. What a stupid argument, bro.
Yeah, he curl clutches hard. Yeah, for sure.
Should accuse me of being a clout chaser because I accused the vegan teacher of being a clout chaser. You know why? Because she only responds to people like Tommy in it or huge fan.
Never accuse him of being a clout chaser. You accused that vegan teacher of only being interested in fame and attention, and I pointed out the only reason you responded to her was for attention. So you're just being a complete hypocrite. The whole reason you're on YouTube is for attention. You opened with this video claiming that you want to get as many subscribers as possible. So how can you claim that anyone is clout chasing and use that as an argument when the whole reason anyone's on this platform is for attention?
Fan bases on YouTube, but she won't go after people with small fan bases.
Clout chaser, right? So let's take a look at this. The entitled teen. I think this girl was on TikTok. Oh, big. Notice how we cut this huge meme?
I mean, that's actually more of a physical comment, really. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like you cover big news topics, dude. So I guess you're a clout chaser.
What a weak ass argument, Chief. Just to defend myself, even though I don't need to, I did a video not too long ago by a guy called Keith from Jubilee, and in that video, I said this is the only video on him. There would not be another video on YouTube about him. I don't think there's a video on this guy. I don't think you'll find a video on Keith anywhere else on YouTube. That video has over 100,000 views. You know what that means? Richard? Fan base is that dope.
I don't know how long you've been on YouTube, bro, but yeah, one way to get views is by talking about.
Crash, is this about what I was talking about with piranha? Because if so, then sorry, I did actually missay that. I was specifically referring to the piranha in the that they've studied in the Amazon. Ali Dean, you were plant-based for a while, but yeah, I would never force my kids to eat the way I did. See, I congratulate you. I absolutely applaud you for that. You know, if you want to make it a decision for yourself, but you don't want to, and you don't force it on your kids or your family members, that is absolutely fine. Kudos to you. Okay. But it's the ones like this guy right here who thinks that, you know, if you happen to eat a burger because you're hungry, then you're a murderer. Those are the guys that I have issues with.
Things that are kind of in public interest, talking about celebrities or events that are going on.
And since we're talking about fan bases, Richard, look at your fucking views, bro. Look at them. For the amount of subscribers you have, they are abysmal. Your videos on average get about 3,000-4,000 views, bro. I did the math, and I'm being generous. 1% to
What does this have to do with
3,400. I'm giving you that 1%. That's how many people watch your videos. On a good day, you might have 2%. The only time you ever get views these days, bro, is when you come after someone. Need I remind you that the last two beats you've had were with Isaac Butterfield, who sits at about 1.7 million subscribers. Wow, about 80,000 views on
What does
Isaac
this have to do
Butterfield.
with
You
anything?
even had the gusto to come after Critical.
Hey, Todd, how you
and that
doing?
video netted you 136,000 views and a ton of dislikes. At the time, Critical must have had about 4 or 5 million subscribers. So I don't think you should be telling me about cloud chasing.
Okay, so dude, okay, so for one thing, he's taking that completely out of context. I think I spelled his name wrong. Yeah, dude, Moist Critical doesn't do anything but do responses, pretty much. He talks about popular culture topics, he responds to other YouTubers and drama, talks about video games, and things that are more popular than him. What does this have to do with anything?
Because those are the
Who
only
cares?
videos in recent times that have got any views. And if you want to take it a step further, Richard, I'm more than happy to. The video that you actually attacked Critical on was about So Young. Don't know if you guys remember, but So Young is a mukbanger who ate a live octopus, among other things, and started torturing animals.
Todd, so you're finally figured out Vaughn, reasoning regarding the slave owners, that is. Really, do tell, because I mean, my theory on that one was the fact that he misspoke, can't do math, and is doubling down on it. Alan, good man. I'm in the same situation. I just I waited until after I had 2 kids first. But yeah, he Vegan Gains went after this woman right here because she was eating live animals on camera. Let's see here. He thinks that if only 30% of whites owned slaves, the other 70% of slave owners were non-white. Yeah, I literally had to tell him that he doesn't get that he's changing the terms in the middle of the formula. Exactly. I tried telling him that repeatedly. That's actually what got me blocked on his YouTube channel, because, you know, for being a troll, because I told him that there is a difference between 30% of whites owned slaves and 30% of slave owners were white. And he turned around and said, you know, well, it's the same damn thing. There's no fucking difference, and all this other stuff. And, you know, by the time he got done with his rant, I was blocked. I can't stand the live animal trend that's going on. People need to be charged with animals. Yeah, I can agree with you there. I really would have issues if I were to try to eat a live animal. Yeah, but I mean, she got a lot of flack from that for a long time by her own community.
And you know the irony in that situation is,
Yeah, because he's supporting the suffering and death of animals while criticizing So Young for supporting the suffering and death of animals.
if you targeted So Young in that video, I think people would actually have been on your side. Anyway, if you're one of those holier than thou people, why didn't
You know, you realize Moist Critical literally made a video claiming he agrees with everything I said?
I'm not gonna fucking debate you on some bullshit Discord chat on your terms. It has to be somewhere big like Oxford University with a public live broadcast, with at least 100K on it as well.
Oh, I think
Are you
here's
gonna
the
accept or are
Matt
you gonna
Delani
disagree with
mention.
me?
Well, I guess I'm too pussy to do that, bro. I've actually had PhDs do that on me. Lane Norton pulled that crap on me where he said he'd only debate me at some like public scientific conference, which is ridiculous. I've had Matt Dillahunty claim that he'd only debate me in person. I've actually had academics and some other bigger personalities pull that crap on me. But thanks for the donation, Corona, bro. Yeah, I don't know what this has to do with anything. So notice how he's not actually proving that anything I said was wrong. He's just complaining that I make responses to people. What does it matter if I don't get many views? What does it matter if I don't know, the most popular videos on my channel are responses to other YouTubers? This doesn't this isn't an argument against anything I've said. This is just you complaining that I criticize other people. And again, this is the same guy who claims that I'm too stupid to debate.
you come after me? Because guess what, Richard? I made a video on So Young as well. The only difference is I must have had about 15,000 subscribers at the time. So why didn't you make a video about me since you don't care about cloud chasing?
Because I didn't know who the fuck you were. And if I'm
Yep. Okay. So Young is the one that's eating the live animals. Yeah, I agree. That's like I said, that's definitely kind of nasty. Let's see here. Ron wants to be dances with the wolves. You're done at Allie. You're done at 2 kids. You want your husband to get that surgery. It's not really horrible. Actually, I did it I did it with just the insurance I got from DHS at the time, and I couldn't even afford the painkillers. I basically sat my recliner for the weekend with dosing up on ibuprofen, and it was just kind of like a kick in the crotch for a couple of days. It wasn't horrible. Tallow Blue. Vaughn sees media and transfers it into his life and memories. Yes, he loves to retcon everything that he says. Not surprised, just irritated. You really hate the ignorant. Well, I mean, that could apply to a lot of things. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific there, Alan. Crash. I eat meat, not against anything, but eating something alive and cruelly, I can't get behind it all. Animals need to be killed humanely. That's all I say. No need for anything else. Okay, see that right there? I can agree with you on that. There are certain videos on here that I saw a woman eating it was like a live mussel or something like that, where it had the shell on the bottom, but it had a very disturbingly phallic portion coming out, and she just like bit the head off of it. There was some empathetic crossover there, because that was a cringe moment, but it was at the same time, these animals are still alive. At least cook and kill it, or at least kill and cook the damn thing first. Let's see here. Not a fan of eating live animals, but I'm not sure I'd go so far as to call it abuse either. Again, I'm kind of like right there on the fence on that one. I wouldn't do it myself, but I'm not about to call somebody who's literally eating it for sustenance abuse. But yeah. Again, that is a very good point, Todd. I mean, animals consume other animals like that in the wild. I've got a pack of coyotes that run around my house. I am fully aware of what happens when they actually manage to catch something. We had people coming in trying to buy turtles to eat live. Okay, now see, turtles, eating a turtle alive, that would be kind of weird. Now, I am not against a good turtle soup, but they are cooked, killed, or killed, cleaned, and cooked first. Yes, if you can afford it, make sure you get the payment. Okay, see here, Alan. Vegan Gains is latching himself onto this holy pro-animal crusade to make himself look virtuous in comparison to others, but it's just a failing attempt to hide what a shit human being is. Oh, we're going to get there here in a minute.
I'm going to make a video. Why would I deliberately make a video that gets fewer views? Like, if the whole point of my channel is to do vegan activism, why would I respond to a tiny channel that's covering the same topic as a bigger channel? That's just stupid.
Richard, it seems like the only debating you do is alone in your room with the door closed. I don't think anything you're saying holds any weight because you've done all of this yourself.
Okay, so he literally said, every argument I've ever made is invalid because I don't get many views, and I respond to bigger YouTubers.
No, he said the only debating you do is in your room with the door closed. He basically said that you were a master debater.
Wow. Yeah, this is the guy who's claiming I'm too stupid to debate.
Anyway, after about 10 minutes of realizing that I probably wasn't going to talk about veganism in the video, he decided to come after my looks. That is the outfit of a 14-year-old girl, not a 146-year-old girl.
What it comes down to, though.
She looks great. She's in shape.
She's in shape. Yes, she's in shape of the quick, sure. She looks good. Man, I better call her husband. You seem to be...
Really? This fucking guy is telling her to, this dude.
That's me.
So, sorry to interrupt again, but he's literally complaining about me making fun of his appearance when he just played a video clip of him, age-shaming someone, making fun of the appearance of a 56-year-old woman, claiming she should never, wear a t-shirt or a tank top because it shows too much of her body that, grosses him out.
That's clearly not what he said either.
And then he's complaining about me making fun of his appearance. Am I in stupid land or something?
Yes,
Am I
yes,
the only
you
one
are.
who's fucking crazy here?
With my dad and my uncle. Why are you making fun of me by my family? What, do you not like family or something? Did you, I don't know, film your grandfather dying of a heart attack so you can prove a point about veganism?
My last Q&A video, you know that my grandfather recently died of a heart attack. I was planning on showing you guys footage of my grandfather actually having a heart attack, but a bunch of people in my family, my mom, my grandmother, uncles, shit like that, they threw a big fucking fit about me showing that footage on YouTube.
You're an idiot, bro. Oh, by the way, that's him from a few years ago. I don't know what happened in the last 2 years to make him look the way he does now. I showed my mom, and this...
Yeah, I think that video is 6 or 7 years old at that point. I don't know, dude. Usually when people age 7 years, they look older. So
Yeah, but usually when people age 7 years, they don't age 12 years. Uh, yeah, that little thing right there, I was actually just starting out on YouTube when that video came across, and oh my god, that irritated the hell out of me. I'm sorry, but what kind of scum is going to go on to their YouTube channel and complain because their family got pissy when he wanted to film his grandfather having a heart attack for views on his channel? Let's see here. Alan, good point. Yeah, I can agree with you on that. I have hunted in the woods for survival. That's not a big deal. Not something I would film on YouTube. I agree. Crash agrees with Todd that on the animals against animals, but mukbanger biting the tentacles off an octopus live reviews. Yeah, okay, I can see what that is. Again, context. Yeah. Definitely want to cook and clean any animals. And yes, Ali, that's exactly what he just said. He wanted to film his grandfather having a heart attack on his channel for views, but then he gets pissed off when anyone brings it
yeah,
up.
bro. I guess you didn't do your research here, but my grandfather abused me my entire life. He was psychologically and physically abusive. He'd call me a piece of shit constantly. He'd yell at me, threaten me. Sometimes he'd like actually beat me up and hit me. And that was when.
Oh, so this is his retcon for that. His actual excuse, because you would generally think that if that was the actual story, then that would have been something that he would have said multiple times in the interim. But that story didn't come out until a couple of weeks after the heart attack video came out, specifically when he was trying to defend himself on why he was wanting to film his grandfather dying.
When I was a little kid, like when I was like 6, 7 years old, and like around the time when he started doing that, that's actually when I became suicidal. So there might be a relation there. So when my grandfather finally was having a heart attack, I used that opportunity as like a form of catharsis. I wanted to video it and share it with the world because I was just trying to deal with all the emotional trauma I had with my grandfather. But I guess I'm just an asshole, right? Let's just take things out of context.
Yes, you
that
are.
You know nothing about that happened. I don't know, like 6, 7 years ago at this point to make me look bad. So great job, dude.
It's not even a joke. She couldn't figure it out. She was like, "Who's that?" I was like,
okay. Just to put this in context, I have a biological father and I have a stepfather. My biological father, I do not talk about very much. He's not really a bad guy. I talk to him occasionally. Matter of fact, I think he might be a sub on my channel. So yeah, it's an interesting situation we have. I acknowledge the fact that he's my father and everything like that. Not a big deal. My stepfather, on the other hand, is the one that apparently blames me for divorcing my mother. Blames me being an atheist and disowning me and everything like that, as I am the human piece of shit that causes me to be the black sheep of my family. I would still never film him having a heart attack. I wouldn't film him stepping on the ring and smacking himself in the forehead. Just to get views. I mean, that it's the entire situation is just royally screwed up.
Yeah, it's kind of weird too. Like this guy's claiming that I looked worse. Like I look worse now. And again, this is the same guy who's claiming that. Like this is the same guy who's claiming that it's wrong to make fun of people's appearance. Like I was fucking rail thin back then. I was way too fucking skinny. Like look at me. I didn't look good. And if you look at my not most popular,
Crash, I agree with you. That's one of the reasons why I jump into G-Man's Hangouts and stuff like that. I mean, I even jumped into Beckles the other day. I don't like echo chambers. So if you definitely have a difference of opinion, please let me know. I agree.
Yeah, if you look at like my most recent videos, actually this one's better probably.
Oh, of course.
Where's the one where?
Oh, hold on. Let's see here.
I mean, look at me now.
9,000 views. So yeah, he's the 16 Leo. He wasn't that far off.
I look way fucking bigger, stronger. I look way healthier, better. So I don't know what the fuck his problem is.
No, but like, who's that in the other video? I'm like, that's the same person. She just couldn't get it through her head that this guy looks like this now. Take that for what you will.
They're perfectly fine with eating foods that cause heart disease and make people actually die of heart attacks. But when it comes to actually showing people what happens when they eat these foods, that's just too much.
It's probably one of the most disrespectful things I've ever heard. And just by the way, dude, this was a guy who's older than you and probably had
Okay, dude. So I guess my grandfather abusing me. You don't care about
a little
that.
life different to yours so that you can live a more privileged life. But you really did choose to die
sounds
from
like
your
it.
grandfather dying for veganism. It's getting harder and 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 harder to see why you have any fans. I mean, if this is your reasoning, Richard, you know that people die regardless, right? You understand that you're not immortal. You get that, right? You think that being a vegan makes you immortal? Only Richard would use that point as an argument. Vegan teacher looks like she's on her last leg of life at this point, man. And she's not even old. Oh, by the way, Richard.
Let's see. Vegan teacher. I don't know if she has an Instagram. I'm sure we can.
Yep, because he's got to prove that wrong.
I'm sure we can just find like a photo of her or something. Like, I don't know. She looks healthy. She looks in shape.
She looks emaciated.
I don't know, dude. Looks like she could probably run circles around you. So I don't know what you think you're gonna look like at 56, but I guess time will tell.
Since this is my first beef ever, I did actually show my parents what you said to me, and I wanted to see their reactions. They do not like being on camera, but they did pass me some words. And this is actually, I swear to God, what they said. My mom said she would like to duel you. I don't know what that means. You're gonna lose. She's really good at Yu-Gi-Oh! And I actually have.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! I was gonna say, okay, I'll fight her in a cage.
Well, my dad said on text, so I'm just gonna read it. But vegans love nature and calmness and respect all animal life.
You hear
forms
that
without
shit?
restrictions.
Okay. He'll fight his mom in a cage. Really?
Where do you fit in with your criticism, P-brain? Live up to your values, man.
Vegans love nature and calmness and respect all animal life forms. I don't know. That's a little bit off of like that. I don't know how love of nature and calmness relate to veganism. Where do your criticisms fit into this? So I'm not allowed to criticize someone if I'm vegan? Live up to your values. I do. What values do I not live up to? Okay, this made no sense.
Man, then he laughed into the thumbs up. Then he also said, anyway, big guy, welcome back to level 3. Not sure how long. He was talking about the lockdown. He's more of a compound sentence type guy. Richard, you just got roasted by my parents. What do you have to say about that?
You call that a roast? So your dad just calling me stupid and I don't know, making baseless claims? That's a roast. All right, dude. You're dumb. You're a big dumb. Oh, roasted, bro.
I don't care.
We talking about you heard that lady vegan was incredibly racist. Anyone know? Are we talking about that vegan teacher? Because I think so. Because as far as I'm aware, she does not like anyone that's not white. Because she even has issues with Richard here, and he's half and half.
Dude is telling her like, oh my God, you look gross with that outfit.
Nope, didn't say that. You actually heard what I said. That is the outfit of a 14-year-old.
This dude is telling her like, oh my God. Yeah, dude, that's not exactly what you said, but there's clearly a strong implication in what you said. You look gross with that outfit.
You just played the video.
Okay.
What are you lying 3 seconds after you played the video? What is wrong with you, bro? How stupid do you have to be to do this stuff?
Yeah, this is why you won't debate me. Oh yeah, here's a great one.
Okay, hold on.
That is the outfit of a 14-year-old.
This dude is telling her like, oh my God. Yeah, dude, that's not exactly what you said, but there's clearly a strong implication in what you said.
Okay, one more time. One more time, real quick. Okay.
That is the outfit of a 14-year-old.
This dude is telling her like, oh my God. Yeah, dude, that's not exactly what you said, but there's clearly a strong implication in what you said.
Okay. He made the comment that was the outfit of a 14-year-old girl. And not only this one right here, 3 seconds after seeing that, turns around and says, oh, you're so fucking nasty looking. But then this one over here, even trying to retcon it is, yeah, that's not exactly what you said. Even though that's exactly what he said. You know, soy in the brain.
You look gross with that outfit.
You just played the video. What are you lying 3 seconds after you played the video? What is wrong with you, bro? How stupid do you have to be to do this stuff?
Yeah, this is why you won't debate me. Oh yeah, here's a great one. He's fucking criticizing someone else's fashion choices and the way they fucking look, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not fucking kidding you. That's a shirt underneath his pants. Do you have those? Can you afford those, Richard? Oh, and just one more thing. While we're on the topic of family, don't let
so cringy and goofy will now no wonder the British enslaved them for so long, lol.
Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that Vips cartel, but thanks for the donation, dude.
man babysit your kids.
I fucking hate children. They literally.
If you caught that super chat, he's got some.
I start to
He's
gag,
got some
and I'll
racist
throw up, and I have
followers
to look away
himself.
and mute it.
Every evil supervillain's kryptonite, babies.
When I see babies in a commercial, I start to gag. Yeah, so this was a joke I made for shock laughs. This was eventually deleted off my channel, but people actually re-edited this clip to take out the part that made it an obvious joke. So, okay, bro. And I have to look away and mute it.
You can just change the channel.
Yeah, dude, you realize every time you eat eggs, you're paying for babies to be fucking murdered. So if you're so against murdering babies, okay, then why do you pay for, let's see, egg industry male chicks? Why do you pay for male chicks in the egg industry?
Oh, here we go. See, look, we gotta have the torture porn in there.
To be literally ground up alive. So it's called they're either put in macerators, which is a fancy term for a blender, or they're literally suffocated to death. They're just put in garbage bags and they're just slowly suffocated. There's videos on YouTube that you can watch. I'm not going to play it, but you can just take a look for yourself. You can.
When your life revolves around, looking up baby chicks being ground up or suffocated or anything like that, and this is the crux of your argument, your entire argument is an argument from emotion. Okay. Damn the fact that humans actually developed the brain size that we have because we started eating meat.
Take a look at what happens in the egg industry. So if you're so against murdering children, why do you support the murder of children in the egg industry or the meat industry?
Are you that stupid, bro? What is your IQ really? Honestly, Richard, are you so focused on being a vegan that you're actually turning into a fucking vegetable?
And when I see babies in a stroller, especially when they're crying, I just want to put my foot through the thing and step on it until it's nothing but blood and pulp on the fucking pavement.
So that is Uncle Richard, and yes, that is why I don't usually send you there, unless you're being really naughty. Oh, what's that? I'm holding a fake baby to my ear, pretending she's speaking, and yet somehow I'm still more sane than Richard? Yeah, that seems about right.
So there's a top 5 reasons why I'm getting a vasectomy.
Richard, you didn't need a vasectomy to not have a baby. I don't think anybody in this world
Okay. I guess that's why I married a woman who doesn't want children.
Been checking on Plus, how you feeling?
No, you makes you a total asshat, then you need some meat, bro. You've been eating too many beans, you flubber. Try something other than Mexican food.
You got a lot to say today, bro. Dogs. A vegan teacher herself said that it's unethical to have pets, yet you have cats and dogs.
I thought owning a pet was against.
You know, she said that adopting animals is fine, but she's against the pet industry. I think that's what she meant to say. I don't think she ever said that owning a pet is always wrong under any circumstances. If that was the case, she wouldn't have adopted a dog.
Against veganism.
Okay. That right there is a good comment. He said that according to the vegan teacher that this was originally about being reviewed. Oh yeah, he's got a wife named Jasmine. Sorry, Allie. But owning a dog is not a bad thing. It's it's all about context and that. Yeah, needless to say, Vegan Gains got a. Here, I'll just sorry. Let me go ahead and do that.
Oh, so they're using this. So let's see. They got a dog from a breeder instead of adopting. So here's the story. Again, I guess you didn't do your research. There was a woman that Jasmine was friends with on Facebook who was a
This is his wife, Jasmine.
breeder, but she lied. She knew that we were vegan, and she was trying to get us to take away one of her dogs. So she lied about not being a breeder. She told us that she just happened to have a dog that was in her care, and we offered to just take the dog off of her hands because we wanted to adopt a dog anyway. Well, Jasmine did. I didn't really want to. But we offered to just adopt the dog. We didn't actually pay for the dog. All we agreed to pay for was one of the vet checkups and the transport cost because the dog was flown to us. And that's it. So, okay, dude. Again, I guess you just like spreading misinformation because you don't bother doing research, but you criticize me about not doing research.
Her name's Lucy, and what kind of breed is she? She's a wolf dog.
So the vegan teacher had the nerve to say adopting a child and adopting a pet are the exact same thing.
Adopting an animal is the same as adopting a kid.
I would like
Yeah,
you to name a
okay.
trait. Name a trait that is lacking in animals.
Lifespan, Richard, lifespan. Richard, if a person adopts a hamster, it's not the same as
Holy crap. Okay, so if you were to adopt a child that had a short lifespan, there are certain diseases where you will...
See, he's going to immediately try and do a false equivalency. Okay. That is actually an amazing answer right there. Lifespan. Okay. A animal is not a human. You do not adopt an animal for 6 decades of your life unless you're weird enough to buy, one of the incredibly long-lived birds. But let's see here. Yeah, see, he's got kind of those weird ticks that some of our other trolls have, or some of our other lol scouts. But yeah, this right here was a valid argument. Lifespan. Okay, Richard over here is going to immediately sink it to, well, what if it's a human that has a disease that has a short lifespan? Okay, this is not singular sources. Okay. I had a pet ferret at one point in time. Okay, ferrets usually live between 7 and 10 years in captivity. Mine was 12 years old when she died. I regret it. She was old and falling apart. She finally just escaped from her cage one night and went out in the backyard and died. But that's the issue. Is Vegan Gains over here, or Richard, thinks that having this weird lifespan argument, saying that if a human's lifespan were to be reduced to that of an animal's, then that human should be treated like an animal. And no, that's not what it is. Okay, yeah, see Crash over here. But yeah, it's really weird. He will always try to use these little crazy arguments.
Probably not live longer than a dog. There are kids who die when they're 15, 20 because of I know there's some sort of skin disease where your skin is super fragile. They call it paper skin disease or something. Yeah, a lot of kids die when they're in their teens and shit. A lot of dogs live into their teens. So okay, I guess if we're gonna use that example, I guess adopting a kid is no different than adopting a dog.
No, lifespan.
This is just so taken out of context and meaningless.
a human. You see what I'm saying?
I don't
Rabbit,
even know why the
different
fuck I'm
human.
responding
Can
to
you make the
this.
distinction? Richard, did you watch Space Jam and think that this is how life was supposed to exist? Animals are just supposed to talk with humans and play basketball?
Like, is it a good idea to adopt an animal when you can't provide a basic humane level of care?
Honestly, just tell that idiot that if he doesn't debate you, then he's a
Yeah.
pussy because I want you to embarrass the fuck out of him when he has no clue how to defend his stance.
Gotta love
on
those
anything.
super chats that he actually gets.
Well, yeah, dude, he clearly has no way to defend his stance on anything. That's why he has to do shit like make ridiculous personal attacks against me, take video
Oh,
clips
yeah,
that are
mine
like 6 or
was
7 years
really
old, completely
intelligent.
out of context, lie about some of the animals that were in my care. He's lied about me several times now. He's lied about some of the things I've said, taken things out of context over and over again. This is why he won't debate me, because there's no way for him to defend his position. So unfortunately, I can't force anyone to debate, but I can at least make a response video. Thanks for the donation, though, Grits. Yeah, Grease Tofu. Tooths, donated $2. Sex, marry, kill. I'm not going to bother answering that. That's just
Please don't.
complete nonsense. But thanks for the donation, dude. Should animals like get adopted and then neglected and abused in some sort of way?
No, I completely agree with you, Richard. It would be absolutely ridiculous to neglect and harm an animal willingly.
Oh,
because
I
of
know
their
where
stupid
this is
beliefs.
going.
But you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
So me and Jasmine have a very special
Okay,
announcement.
this is what
It's
he's
like,
talking about
me and you
here.
are gonna have a baby.
So me and Jasmine have a
Yeah,
dog.
the vegan
So how do you
dog.
say everything? So I just won the lottery. Yay. For me. You want to add a little enthusiasm? So as the story goes, Richard and his partner got a dog. The dog's breed is something and a wolf. Richard, do you know what wolves eat? It's not plants.
Yeah, it's not a wolf hybrid, dumbass. It was a Czechoslovakian wolf dog. I think they might have like less than 1% actual wolf in them, but they're mostly just German Shepherd, basically. And again, we didn't know that we were getting the dog from a breeder. We didn't even pay.
Okay, right there, because I actually have the AKC page for the Czechoslovakian wolf dog up right now, surprisingly enough. History of the breed. This breed was literally German Shepherds crossbreeding with Carpathian wolves. Okay. Care instructions, nutrition. A raw diet is preferable for the Czechoslovakian wolf dog, but a high-quality grain-free kibble with raw supplements is also acceptable. Okay, this dog is incredibly an obligate carnivore. Okay, even if you're going to feed it dry dog food, it has to be it has to be grain-free, and you have to give it raw supplements. Basically, little cubes of raw steak. Okay. They are beautiful looking dogs. They do look a little bit like German Shepherds, but they are giant. Let me go ahead and go. That is the akc.org page for the Czechoslovakian wolf dog. But yeah, I mean, gorgeous dog.
The
And
breeder for the dog.
I'll let him
What we
explain
agreed to do
what
was
happened.
pay for the last vet checkup and the transport costs to actually get the dog. But I know where this is going.
What kind of breed is she? She's a wolf dog. She is a vegan dog. We had her on vegan kibble for about a week and a half. It might have been that the vegan diet made it worse, and she kept losing weight because she kept having diarrhea. She couldn't eat anything. She couldn't digest anything.
Yeah, so as Jasmine
Yeah, so here's the whole context of what happened. So we got the dog. It was very sick right when we got her. She had constant diarrhea. No matter what we fed her, even if we fed her like animal foods, she ended up getting diarrhea. So we ended up finding out that she had EPI. It's like enzyme pancreatic insufficiency. Let me see. EPI, dog disease. Yeah, it's exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. So it basically means the enzymes, like the dog doesn't produce enough digestive enzymes. And once we gave her digestive enzymes, she was fine on the vegan diet. So there you go.
said the dog had diarrhea and was losing
Quite
weight and stuff,
possibly.
and it was because of what they were feeding it. Anyway, that story doesn't have.
No, we made that video at the time because we didn't know what the issue was. So after we found out what that was, we actually talked about
Yes,
it
it
on
is.
plenty of other videos, on live streams. And I guess, again, you didn't do your research, bud. So no, she wasn't having diarrhea because of what we were feeding her. Certain foods would make it worse, and I'm assuming that's because the pancreas has certain enzymes that I think particularly digest carbohydrates.
No, it's because you were feeding it vegan dog food, which is a grain-based dog food. That's why. You picked one of the few dog breeds. I mean, this is literally a crossbreed between German Shepherds, which are almost wolf-like already, and Carpathian wolves. I mean, this is literally a descendant of one of the more direct descendants of wolves. Okay, this is a horribly the absolute most horrible dog breed that a vegan can get.
But yeah, it had nothing to do with her diet. It was essentially just the disease she had. But once we gave her digestive enzymes, she was all good. She was on a vegan diet. Still to this day, she's being fed a vegan diet. So
Bullshit.
And we have other animals that are on a vegan diet and doing just fine, dumbass.
And the dog breeder actually saw videos on them and then took the dog back.
So today, I just wanted to talk about what happened to my.
No, the dog breeder didn't take the dog
Yes,
back. You
very
dumbass.
much so.
She tried to take the dog back because she lost money. She wanted to make money on the dog. So what ended up happening was the breeder didn't know that Lucy, our dog, she had EPI, exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. So she was paying a shit ton of money in vet bills, and she was losing money having the dog. So she tried to get rid of the dog as quickly as possible so she wouldn't have to pay for any more vet bills. Then once we found out that the dog had no problem, she tried to take the dog.
we're not reviewing any sexy vegans today here, Peter. Unfortunately, you're stuck with the goofball on the screen and me. And yes, definitely, dogs are carnivores. There you go.
Back from us so that she could sell the dog to someone else so that she can make her money back. We never gave the dog back to the breeder, you absolute fucking moron. What we did was we gave the dog to somebody who lives like on a farm. Lucy just didn't like living in the city and she was really nervous, so we ended up just adopting her out to another person. My wolf dog Lucy is not living with us anymore. She developed really, really bad anxiety issues. It has nothing to do with the whole vegan diet. She was doing perfectly fine. What happened was Jasmine went to the vet, and then when she was coming back home, she hopped on Subway. And on Subway, there was a gang of Muslim men.
You can see where this is going. It's not because of the diet. Yeah, leave it up to Richard to blame it on a gang of Muslims.
Yeah, dude, we lived in an area in Toronto where there is a Muslim gang. I can't remember I think it was around Sherbourne. Let me look up the subway stations. Maybe it wasn't Sherbourne. I think that's, yeah, okay, so, no, I think it's around Coxwell.
Dogs will eat
Danforth,
plants just to make
around
sure that they throw
Coxwell, I believe?
they throw up.
Maybe it's the other one. Yeah, it might have been, it's between like Coxwell and Pape. There's actually a big mosque around here. Let me see if I can actually look at it with Google Street View.
Yes.
Let's see. I don't know if it's around this area. It might be lower down the line, but somewhere around here between like Coxwell and something else. I can't remember the fucking name right now. There's a big mosque. I think it's relatively new. It might not even be on Google Street View. But there is actually a Muslim gang in that area. There have been a number of reports where women have been sexually assaulted on the subway train right around that area because there's a Muslim gang. I actually have a friend who cycles around that area pretty frequently. And what ended up happening was there was some like Muslim dude who was part of that gang who walked out onto the street, like jaywalked, and he ended up hitting him by accident with his bicycle. They ended up getting into a fight, and he ended up calling, on a cell phone, the dudes who were in the mosque right where he got hit.
Yeah,
about like
a Muslim
60
gang.
people all just ran out and like chased after him, and he had to like run off as quickly as he could on his bike. So yeah, there is a Muslim gang in that area. There is an issue with women in particular getting sexually assaulted on subway trains in that area, unfortunately. So I don't know like how you can claim, oh, this is just all made up. Okay, I guess all the women reporting sexual assaults by the gangs in the neighborhood, they're all full of shit, right, dude?
Oh my god, you're so detestable as a human being. You have a Patreon. I actually checked, and your goal is $3,500 a month. You got 340,000 subscribers, and you got $300 a month. Nobody gives a shit, Richard. Could you say stuff?
Yeah, that's probably because I don't do too much on my Patreon, bro. What does this have to do with anything?
Like
And they started acting really aggressive and hostile to Jasmine and Lucy. They were yelling. Some of them were shoving Jasmine.
Agreed, right there.
Talking to each other in like Arabic or something.
How dare you fucking bring race into a situation about your dog? Are you kidding me?
I didn't bring race into anything. Muslim isn't a race, you fucking idiot. Do you know what race is, dumbass?
But you are automatically assuming they were speaking Arabic, and it was a Muslim gang, and all this other stuff. Granted, yeah, he said race, but does bigotry have to specifically involve race? Because I'm pretty sure there's one in there that involves religion.
There are plenty of different fucking races that follow Islam. They could be fucking African. They could be Middle Eastern. What the fuck are you talking about? Lucy got really freaked out. Right as the doors were about to close, Jasmine ran out. It doesn't sound like it was, that big of a deal.
Doesn't sound true, actually, Richard. You pathological liar.
Okay, cool. So I guess every woman who's reported a sexual assault on the subway by, probably people who are related to this gang, I guess they're all full of shit. How about the grooming gangs in the UK that are all Muslim? 100% of them are Muslim. The Muslim grooming gangs in the UK. I guess all the underage children who are getting raped by that gang, they're all full of shit, right? All these 12-year-olds who are getting raped by grown men, they must be racist or something. Like, do you not realize that, yeah, there are such a thing as Muslim gangs? There are Asian gangs. There are white gangs like the KKK and neo-Nazis. Guess what? People of certain groups and ethnicities and religious backgrounds form gangs, dude. I don't know what to fucking tell you, but...
Alan brought up something good there. Gordon Ramsay has softened his views of vegans and vegetarians after seeing what animals go through. But I'm pretty sure he would hate vegan gains. Yes. I'm pretty sure he would definitely hate vegan gains. And at the same time, I agree with the whole thing about after seeing what animals go through. I do not support factory farming. I get my cow from my next door neighbor. And but there's no commercial agriculture involved in my shopping, unless it's for my kids, in which case I do go to the store for them because I don't force my diet on them. It's that simple.
Welcome to reality.
Doesn't sound remotely like what happened, and I would not ever believe anything you say in your life. So I don't believe this.
Okay, it's not true because you say so. Wow, fucking destroyed, I guess.
Vegan gains keeps trying to debate me. Richard, unlike you, there are people on YouTube that make others happier when they post. Life isn't one big argument, but you seem to want to make it that. So let's listen to him talk about debates.
I've also reached out to this guy, by the way. I tweeted at him. I sent him Okay, dude, if you don't want to argue, why did you make this video? Like, again, he wasted, like, probably at least a full workday, like around 8 hours making this video, and he's claiming, oh, I'm too stupid to waste time on, but 8 hours of your fucking time on this bullshit, when apparently you don't want to argue and I'm too stupid to waste your time on. All right.
Again, 68,000 views in a single day between the time that the video was made and the time that Vegan Gains subscribed. I'm pretty sure he made enough money to, qualify this as work.
Dude. Yeah, hour-long debate. Not worth your time. 8 hours of work making a response video, and plus all the other clips that you had to dig up from like 6 years ago that aren't even on my channel. Yeah, that's totally worth your time.
Direct message on Twitter.
The story makes sense.
On me, I tried to offer to date him.
Okay, let me go ahead and answer this one real quick. Lubis, yes, actually, as a matter of fact, I did help render the cow. The particular cow in question was actually one that crawled into my roommate's car a couple of years ago because he was just being a pain in the ass when he got out of the electric fence. So I know exactly what cow I'm currently eating on. And Ali, I completely agree with you. That's one of the reasons why I still bake and cook and stuff like that for my kids.
Well, you can debate me.
Oh, Richard, I didn't even say no. I just didn't reply, and I'm a cowardly, dishonest piece of shit. Okay, why would I
Yeah,
want to debate
we've
you at this point? You
proved
already
that.
seem to have your mind made up about what I am as a human.
Pretty much everyone who knows about me just won't debate me because they know they're gonna lose and be embarrassed.
But that's the thing, nobody knows about you. I didn't even know you existed, and then I had to research your history, and it was the worst thing I've done in a long time.
Even when I try to debate actual fucking PhDs and medical doctors, they fucking avoid me.
You know why, Richard? And this is genuinely serious. Nobody wants to waste their fucking time on someone as low as you. Do you think someone with a qualification as high as that would have any time for someone like you?
I've debated multiple PhDs on my channel, so let's see. I have debated perspective philosophy.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna.
He's a medical doctor. Let's see. I have debated nutrition science or some shit. I challenged him to debate. He refused, claiming he only does debates like in person or some, which is total bullshit because he's done multiple debates online. He made a bunch of ridiculous posts about diet and cholesterol, and he knew he was wrong. I made a video responding to him. He refused to do it because he knew I would win the debate and he'd look like an idiot. So yeah, dude, I don't know what
Yep, all kinds of bragging about how many debates he does and how many of them backed out.
to tell you. Debate PhDs. Doctors, relatively frequently, they're willing to debate me if they're not ideologues and dishonest.
Like, at all. Do you think a doctor who's saving lives would give time to someone who's bringing them down?
Yes, it's literally happened several times, you dumbass.
Sitting in a chair for 2 hours a day, making fun of people and then making about $80. There's no doctorate in that. That's called nothing. I cannot believe that you are such a delusional person that you think anybody would come to your dying channel and want to talk to you willingly. For people to come on your channel, they have to, one, respect you, and, well, they don't even do that, so there's no point saying anything else. Richard, all those people that you call cowards are saving or entertaining people. Nobody has time for you, bro. After this video, I'm
Okay, so multiple doctors, PhDs, other big influencers like Destiny have debated me multiple times, so okay.
talk about something completely
How much of a this is just one of the stupidest excuses I've ever seen anybody make not to debate me. He probably would have been better off saying, I don't like you as a person, I think you're awful, and I don't want to spend any time interacting with you. That probably would have been a smarter move. But now he's saying, well, nobody would do it, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, well, bro, you can look at my channel history. Recently debated PhDs, university professors, doctors, so
unrelated because I don't have time for you.
You literally cannot come up with a single fucking argument. You don't have time for me, but you spent 8 hours making this video. What? This is pathetic.
You to debate. Bro, you should challenge your hairline to come back. sorry about that.
I bet that vegan teacher would be totally fine with debating you live. Pretty sure he has a bigger forehead than me on her channel. I bet you wouldn't do it because you'd be put into a corner where you can't make a fucking argument because you're an idiot.
Richard, you might be the only person in human existence to debate with a mirror and still lose. Okay, I don't want to waste time on you nor the vegan teacher. I just want to have a couple laughs.
You don't want to waste time on me, but you made an 8-hour response. Okay, you know what? Like, is this all there is?
So what he used? What would you be mean? Take it. What she just played some music to broccoli has people.
Okay, dude. Apparently, I'm too stupid to debate, but you're willing to
There we go.
spend
That's the way to
8
do it
hours
right
making a
there.
response to me, and all you fucking managed to do so far is make ridiculous personal attacks by lying about my history, lying about some of the things I've said, taking things out of context. Great, bro. Totally wrecked me. Absolute destruction. Refuses to debate me because it's a waste of time, but is willing to make an 8-hour response video. Okay, I'll just answer some of the Streamlabs donations, and I'll invite some people into the Discord.
Okay, and
Sistine
see
Leo
that
donated-
was a 45-minute long video that 16 Leo did. I find it funny that the last 10 minutes he decided to just completely skip. Now, if I was going to be dishonest about it, I'd probably jump back on there and grab that, but I'm not. So go ahead and end my screen share on that. I will see if the response is in there. Yep, there it is. And I will go ahead and give you guys the link to that. Let's see here. As of today, which was another month down the road, the clapback is what it's called. Now has 312,963 views. So I'd say 16 Leo is doing pretty good. So that's the full response to vegan gains. Anyway, okay. Anyways, you want to see him and G-Man debate? What would they debate? Yeah, Destiny argues with damn near anyone. Crash, that is a very good practice. I order a cow and a pig at the end of September for the family, or from a farm about 2 hours away. Chickens and eggs you get locally. Sometimes it's a little expensive, but totally worth it. I agree. I do not support factory farming. Even if all of my meat is sitting in the deep freeze and stuff like that, I'll generally just pull one out and cook it from frozen instead of just running to the store and picking up one that's already thawed out. Now, I'm not saying I haven't done that before, because I have. Especially with me being a truck driver, I'm out most of the week. If I get a sudden, hey, I need food, then I will contribute a little bit, I guess, with a bag of jerky or something like that to hold me over. But at the same time, there's far less contribution to factory farming or animal agriculture that way than there is anything else in my diet. Yeah, Muslim gangster. Anyways, that's a little over an hour. Like I said, just wanted to give you guys a little bit more of an introduction. The main reason why I call myself carnivorous ape is because I am on the carnivore diet. It is basically just a more specialized form of keto. I am in ketosis for the most part. Every now and then I drop out because of a process called gluconeogenesis, which is basically if I overeat my protein, the protein will turn into sugar and it'll kick me out of ketosis. On ATVs and are forthright in their drug dealing. Sorry to hear that, Peter. Thallo, thank you. Let's see here. Mutant, perfect example. We are at a barbecue right now with only meat. I am eating nachos. No one is obligated to make special food for me. Mutant, you've got my respect, man. I don't. There are not a lot of vegetarians and vegans that I will flat out agree with, but just from what you've been saying in the chat here, I can definitely respect you. I would make something special for you if you decided to come over and and I was having a barbecue. Even if it was something like if you decided, or if I told you I was making or having a barbecue, and you said, hey, can I bring over some some tofu links or something like that, or anything like that, I wouldn't have any problems tossing them on the grill. I would keep a special section of the grill clean for you just for that. If not, then hell, I'll make you a salad, or hell, I can grill you some corn on the cob. That's pretty good. But let's see here, keto for the win. Hey, I am now down about 40 pounds from when I restarted the carnivore diet about 4 weeks ago. So when you're in ketosis, the pounds do start melting off until you hit a certain plateau, and then it takes probably a good 4 or 5 months before you'll lose another pound. But at the same time, you just start shrinking, and it's really cool. No, it makes things easier for everyone. You should do a video about how to safely be on that diet, how to start, and how to start would be really. Koresh, I might do that. I may end up seeing about doing that next weekend. I mean, I know I still owe Vaughn a raw steak mukbang because he claimed he was on the carnivore diet when I first got into him, and I turned around and reached down and bit off a piece of raw steak, and he damn near threw up on stream. Keto carnivore stream would be good. I agree that I would love to actually get some people that are on keto, on carnivore, and actually do a kind of a hangout stream. That would be really cool. My friend brings her own black bean burger and everything is cool. See that right there? That'd be fine. veggie kebabs. You know, I find that hilarious because I made kebabs for my kids yesterday, and my kids, they still have that because they're 12 and 13. They have this weird thing about when they say something, and I know how picky of eaters they are because my kids are they think they're allergic to anything that's green. So when they want kebabs, what the translation is Dad, we want meat on a stick. So I mean, I will grab a big old package of stew meat and just turn around and start putting them on the skewers, and I throw it out there. Yesterday we ended up with like 4 pounds worth of stew meat, another 2 different packages of different kinds of like one was Italian sausage, another one was beef and bacon brats, or not beef, bacon and cheddar brats, and then turned around and just started alternating that, and then I threw a few shrimp skewers down on the grill too. So we just had, a whole bunch of meat, and then I turned around and made them, their corn on the cob and stuff like that they'll actually eat. Fallow Blue, 21 pounds since January. Congratulations. Yes, I did hear that. That was hilarious. I'm pretty sure my reaction was in the live chat when I think it was Drag that reviewed that. But yeah, that was hilarious. I'd be willing to pay more. It is still printing. I think did I send you that message on Discord? Okay, yeah. I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's as long as I don't run out of power, because then I'm gonna have to basically pull it off and figure out where the heck it started from, and then print off the top layer of that. But no, it's not a big deal. Don't worry, Peter. I don't generally deal with River Tanny, so you're not going to get with that. Probably, yeah. Mutant, you're good. The stream is making you hungry, huh? Okay. Oh. Love the meat on the stick. I do a whole bunch and use it for everything throughout the week. Wraps, pasta, exactly. That's exactly what we do. We've got a container up there that when the kids want to have my kids, one of their favorite things is to be able to make quesadillas. And what they'll do is they'll just reach in there, grab a skewer, and throw some cheese on the tortilla, and then just pull it off the stick and just sprinkle it across the tortilla, and it gives them steak quesadillas. So, and it's a heck of a lot healthier than that prepackaged stuff. So that's one thing that you don't find a whole lot of in my freezer. It would be easier at that point to name the elements that she doesn't have. And I know she needs her own, the Shanny Medical Journal. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I'm gonna see if I can't get in touch with some more of the people in our community. Fallow, if you want to get in touch with me on Discord, we might be able to see about having a little powwow. And if anybody else wants to join in, you're more than welcome to. I will probably schedule that sometime next weekend, because I believe my kids will be at their mom's next weekend, so I'll have all the time in the world to do that. But yeah, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. It's about high time now, so, or at least my time. So you guys have a good one, and I'm just going to go ahead and say my usual outro, which is eat your meat. It's good for you. You guys have a good one.